What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today with another Red Star Orb opening video for you all. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the newest addition to the Marvel Strike universe, being Silver Samurai, slashing his way into battle here. Long overdue. It was supposed to actually happen last week, but through a couple ups and downs, now we finally get a chance to take a look at his kit, get that increased 15% chance to see if we can capitalize on some red stars. And as well, we're going to take a look at his overall abilities and what T4 recommendations high level. So as you can see, with Silver Samurai being the newest addition for the WeaponX team, what he's going to bring is this high health and armor. He's going to be protecting allies with his taunts, barrier, piercing attacks, and really all of his attacks actually deal piercing, which is really nice, as well as the heal block. And the synergy is actually going to be able to allow him to have those assisted attacks as part of the WeaponX team. So that being said, you guys, with every Red Star opening video, we always want to make sure that the increase has actually been applied. So what you can do here is, you can see I've been saving up quite a bit, but bulk of it is going to likely be used for Omega Red when he's in the game. So, you know, I recommend it for you guys as well if you're saving up. But you want to just hit claim here, and what you can do is hit the little eye, and scrolling down to the bottom with this Red Star opening here with additional eyes. I usually like to aim for the 2 just to make sure that at least the 2 red is at least showing the increase in 15%. So you can see here, I just love the way he looks actually. I love his skin. You can see the increased 15% is in effect, so we are good to go. Something else I've also read online through Reddit is the fact, don't assume that a gold orb is like a 5 or 6 red star, just because I think right now they're trying to figure out the graphic settings for it. So we have 62. Let's start with 5 to 10, and we really want to aim for a 2 red or a 3 red. So as I just noted right there, even the 1 red right there is also a gold. So that's a little deceiving. That's what I mean by that. Unfortunately, definitely unfortunate that's a little misdirectional. But you know what? At least we definitely are aware of it now, and that's not going to be misleading going forward. So just a heads up, right? See another gold here. We got 2 red. Beautiful. You know, and again, I would ideally like a 3, but let's go ahead and open a few more, and if we have to walk away with a 2 red, that is quite alright. Yeah, we're not used to seeing that color in these orbs, so it's too bad that unfortunately that's been impacted for these orbs. And it's interesting right now that even the other 3s are blue, but you know it's only Silver Samurai with the gold that's gonna be deceiving for you guys. Well, at least at this point we are actually racking in some credits, which is good. And again, you guys, definitely take the time right now to save up, because with Omega Red coming, we definitely want to take advantage of that release, especially with him being the newest legendary in the game. So that's it for now. Right now, I'm going to be cautious. I probably will open more throughout the week, but I always like to play it by ear. I opened there right now. 2 reds, good for me. But let's go ahead now and actually take a look at his kit and take a look at some high-level recommendations in terms of what potentially will be T4s that we can look at. Tachyon Slash is his basic, and as you can see, he's going to attack the primary target for 60% piercing. Additionally, as you level this up, you can see he's actually going to transfer a counter from actually the primary target to himself. So that's really nice. So basically, he strips away the counter if they have it. Leveling this ability up, you can see he's also going to perform a counter attack or assist, and as well applying a bleed to the target. So as we level this up, you can see he's also just going to gain more counters up to a maximum 5. T4ing this ability essentially allows him the opportunity that whenever there's a counter attack or assist, he's going to apply 2 bleed instead of the 1. So as of right now, that's a really good damage output with the 40% piercing. And it really depends on how much damage output, but I would not recommend the T4 just yet. I think level 6 does a really good job already, because you can see with this ability, the main effect will be applying that bleed, and as well as the counters. So if you really want it to last with that additional bleed, then I would recommend T4ing it. But we need to see how this team operates first of all. Executioner Slice is a special ability. He's going to gain the taunt, and as you can see, he can also gain defense up for himself and as well as the rest of the WeaponX allies. He's also going to flip counter on all the primary and adjacent targets. And once again, that piercing damage that's very, very pervasive throughout all of his abilities. By leveling this ability up, he's also going to grant himself a barrier, which is going to be 20% of his max health and the additional piercing. Leveling this up to level 6, which is usually the standard, you can see that he's going to also gain deflect up to maximum 5, and now the taunt also lasts for 2 turns. On top of that, there's also an offense down that's going to be applied. So that's really nice overall. I really like what it brings already. By T4ing, you're really going to maximize the effectiveness by gaining 3 counters, 3 deflects, and that defense up lasting 2 turns on top of the barrier. So this is definitely a no-brainer for me. I can see this 100% being one of the key T4s for his abilities, just because it provides so much value, the deflects and counters, and that defense up lasting that extra turn can be absolutely pivotal for a team survivability. Bushido Barrage is his ultimate, and essentially attacks the primary target for that piercing damage once again. However, if he is charged, he's going to gain a bonus primary target damage as well, and he's going to gain a bonus attack for each time he's charged. So as you can see here, it can only be up to a maximum of 2 bonus attacks for the time being. We levels up this ability here. You can see here that it's actually going to increase the number of bonus attacks. So if I were to scroll down here, level 6 allows him the opportunity to have 4 bonus attacks. And on top of that, you can see at the very bottom of the description here, any characters killed by this attack cannot be revived. So that's really, really nice, because not very many characters in the game can do that. You know, this is similar to Black Bolt, Baron Zemo, when he takes down the minions, that, you know, if you can't revive them, then, you know, it's great in the sense that you can't bring them back with death proof and whatnot. And this is a straight counter for the heroes for hire right now that are one of the champions in war defense. So I mean, this is a very notable ability to have for sure. And if you were to T4 this, it's a straight increase to the piercing for the primary, and as well you can see it actually brings up his attacks of 5 bonus attacks. So I think that's actually worth it. In my opinion, his ultimate is very powerful already. It's going to be likely the finisher for a lot of characters when he's taking down those key targets on the team and you don't want them coming back alive. So definitely a T4 consideration for sure, but I would start off with special and then his ultimate. And then last but not least here, Way of the Blade is his passive. So essentially each turn he's going to gain that charge, which fuels into his ultimate, as we touched on earlier. And as you can see with each turn as well, if he's charged, he's also going to be able to remove negative effects. So it's almost like a self-cleansing, but keep in mind it's only if he has the charge. He can actually have a maximum of 5 charges. And on top of that, he also applies heal block for 2 turns with all of his attacks. So I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. Basically anytime he attacks, he's also going to be applying a heal block naturally with that. And with this passive, it's also going to grant him the increase in armor. As you can see, the noticeable thing here is the fact that in war, he's going to get actually a max of 5 charges right from the get-go. And that's where he's going to provide a lot of value, because if you recall with his ultimate, he's going to get 5 additional strikes if he has this maxed out with the charges. On top of that, as we level this ability, you can see on any of the turns, he's going to barrier for 10% of his max health and also gain the additional resistance. So this is a no-brainer for me to actually boost this up as much as you can. You can see the assist chance increases, the resistance increases. As well, in war, he's going to gain the additional piercing per charge. So 40% per charge means 200% right there when you multiply by 5. And lastly, with the passive here being T4, if he has 4 more WeaponX allies, he also reduces the assist chance of all enemies by 25%. So this renders to teams with those assisted attacks very, very minimal. This is a significant reduction. And again, I would only T4 this if you guys use this, or you're planning to use this team heavily in war. Because other aspects of the game, this is not going to apply, right? So that's why it's very important to know what you're using this team for. But 100%, this is definitely worth considering. You can see the assisted chance becomes actually 100% in war. So that's why very notable. So in my opinion, definitely special and ultimate are worth it. The passive really is only if you plan to use this team heavily in war. So thank you guys, as always. I wish you the best of luck in your Red Star openings. And as well, appreciate you checking my videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.